How's that? Is that better? I just tried unplugging and disconnecting and reconnecting my mic, but okay, so it's working better now? Okay, yeah, I just unplugged and reconnected the headset. Eagle says still can't hear. Okay, yes, you can hear me now? Okay, good. All right, let's see now. Pillar of Progress. This was the other one you said had to be done for the bridge, right, Steve? Deliver a service trailer. What up? All right. Service trailer is located over there. And needs to go down below to the West Bridge. So, but I can take paved road pretty much all the way there. So we need to get into the Plaid, wherever I parked them at. Hello. There he is. We'll head back up here to the logistics base. Grab that stuff. Swing around. We will cross the bridge, come through the detour, follow this up and around. However, going over the top because it keeps you out of the mud, back down and over. So let me jump into Plaid and then we'll set the route. Oh, wrong buttons. Fuel. Fuel. Well, I'll steal fuel out of one of them other generators. There's another generator over there. Yeah, sorry guys, I didn't realize there was a problem there. I was reading what you were typing, but it apparently was not coming through on my responses. Yes. Right turn. Hey, JL. An 8-wheeler now? Well, sometimes you got to pull out the big guns. Heard that, I did. Alright, see, we will slip by here. Swipe a little fuel. Mike drives a 14-wheeler. Not enough wheels, Mike. Not enough wheels. What's the biggest truck I have? I don't know. I mean, the plant's pretty big. I got a bore. That's pretty big. I've got the both dairy longhorns. Those are decent sized. Not sure which one is the biggest. All right, let's plot this out here. Because we got to go all the way over there. Trying to think, did I take that route because of this? Is that why I was taken that way? Oh no, I was taken that way because of that. That's right. That's why I got to go this way around. So, yeah, the Pacific and the 963. Those are both pretty big trucks. Okay. I'm not going to mark the detour because, well, we all know the detour. Gotta let Sam out. And over to there. So one moment while I let Sam out. All right, let's get this dog and pony show on the road. So I was watching Southfang play a little bit earlier today while I was at lunch, chatting with him on Discord while he was playing. Hey VTech, just want to say hello? Alright, well thanks for popping in to say hello, man. Need work tomorrow? Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm doing good. How about yourself? How you doing? Not too bad? Good. Oh, you're welcome. He's 75%? Yeah, he's quite a ways through it. Early start tomorrow. Yeah, here's where the FLD had its little lie down. All because I tried to avoid going through this puddle. Yeah, eats mud like candy. Yes, it does. Hey, Adrian. How you doing? And all the other people. Renamed your new map to Belmont Glades. Getting a lot of details like guardrails and fences. More editing. Went way too far when I tried to shift. Like, why ain't I going anywhere? Because I'm in neutral. Use the modded plaid. You have 8-gear gearbox. And it's stronger and faster. Just a bit. Yeah, I've got a few mods that I've got, but I try not to pull them out unless I have to. Here's the detour. I had heard a rumor that Remo had been drafted to help create some of these maps. You see the way some of these hills are, it's not a much of a surprise where his touch might have been. Go to high gear, it should drive good. Yeah, but I got too many turns I gotta make. Try and get some new screenshots of your map tomorrow. Alright, cool. Just to keep the momentum up. Yeah. Should be okay. Have the skill. Oh yeah. Thank you, sir. Don't like taking it too fast with a autonomous winch. Well, autonomous winch doesn't even do you any good if you don't have anything to connect to. Not making that turn. No, I heard about it probably, I don't know, a couple months ago. I heard that before they even started PTS. I don't know if there's any facts behind it or not, because again, I haven't heard anything from Remo himself in a long time. But I could definitely see some elements on these maps that show some of his influence. Now, before I pull this in there, I ain't got much damage, but I got a little bit, so we will repair from the service trailer. Stage completed. I need metal beams, concrete blocks, and service spare parts. Alright. So, straight shot down the road for the concrete blocks, which can be crafted now. But I need to bring cement in order to do that. Metal beams times 2, service spare parts times 2. I'm not sure what saddle I got on the FLD. Let's I'm thinking that's a low saddle though. That looks pretty far back. We'll find out in a second because it'll tell me. Okay. Yeah, I got a low on here. So, I think what we're going to do then is we will run this guy back to the garage and grab us a trailer to go get our metal beams and service spare parts and cement and all them goodies. I mean, that's probably the biggest truck I got right there. Thinking about grabbing another 6-slot, wide 6-slot, and using this guy to pull it to go get all that stuff. Bring one of the mods out. The mods that I got aren't that big. Do have one that is fairly powerful though. Trailer store. The elephant is really massive. Yeah, it's not necessarily a big truck, it is a massive truck. Alright. About a year ago, Saber invited some map makers to submit for new regions. Remo said he wasn't selected at the time. If that changed, he didn't say anything. Yeah, I'd heard it as a rumor and never had anything come through to confirm one way or the other. All right, VTech, you have yourself a good night. True. Yeah, if he was selected, he'd probably have to sign a NDA. Huh. Yeah, sometimes real life takes precedence, whether it be for good reasons, bad reasons, or otherwise. What's happening, Mississippi Gonzo, aka Rip Redcorn? We are working on getting a bridge open. Oh, gee, who left that parks there? And what do I have on it? Ah, cabins. That's right. I put cabins on it. A lot of fuel for this truck? Yeah, 101 gallon fuel tank. It does pretty good though on fuel consumption. Hey, Adam. Adam says, hey, folks, hit that like button. Appreciate you, brother. Was the cabins for the hydropower? Yes. Because you needed 2 of them for that, so I just kind of preset it up. That was the other day when I was thinking about doing that first, and you mentioned it'd be a good idea to get these ones done prior. Lurking from your driver's seat? Yeah, I seen you were playing too, so. Well, we'll have to get through the gateway and bring morning back around. It's not quite dark yet, but it's getting a little harder to see. Doing that now, the special crane trailer over 3 maps. Yeah, I seen that thing. I was like, ooh, that's going to be fun. All right. What time we looking at? 6 a.m. Always 6 a.m. Service spare parts, metal beams, and cement. Because I need the cement for the concrete blocks. So, I can get the service spare parts and the metal beams on the one trailer. So we'll go grab them first. Leaving us, Mike? All right, we'll catch you later, brother. Drive safe, keep the rubber on the road, man. Got to get back out of Michigan. Haven't played for almost 2 weeks. Family and repairs on the house. Yeah, again, like I said, sometimes real life has to take precedence, so. Wait a minute. Am I on the right road? No, I am not. How did I miss that one? Well... Steve, I blame you for that wrong turn. Glad I caught it when I did, though. I was like, something doesn't seem quite familiar about this route. That's the left I needed. Truck goes through anything? Pretty much. I mean, most other trucks at least slow down going through that section. Having bulldog, sometimes that's where you gotta put them. Especially when you go up a hill like this. Heard that you did? Yep. I hate when it does that. I mean, at least the second time I didn't need any more of them. Alright, let's kill the engine here real quick. Make sure I go back the way I just came to get out. Or we go this way around. Yeah, fuel's not moving that bad. Yeah, it does a good job as far as not drinking the fuel. Alright, yeah, we'll go this way. And into the factory. Easy route? Well, a little bit. So you got to go and try to turn this big trailer around to get onto this bridge. Got to overshoot it a little bit, then come back. And then the trailer just barely makes it across there onto the bridge. More money, more money, more money. Might not be able to keep her in high range going up this though. I don't know. Had a feeling. Thought it was going to pull me down over the bridge. Yeah, usually as long as you get half the trailer wheels on there, you're okay. Hey there, King Blaze. What am I up to now? We are building a bridge. I gotta collect some parts. I need 2 metal beams to go with these service spare parts, and then I gotta come all the way back for some cement so that I can go make concrete blocks. See, routes like this is exactly why you need the elephant. Because if the trailer gets going off the edge, it'll just drag it back on. That's got enough weight of its own to counterbalance it. Is it a big bridge? Yes, yes it is. It's one of the bridges in the Salton River Mountains. We're going to use their sign to turn the trailer. How many trips? I should only have one more trip all the way through after this. Why is the colorable mod not working for you on your PS5? I don't know. Are you using the mod or are you using the color table that they put in the game? If you have a mod installed too, they could be conflicting with each other. Yeah, the mod might be conflicting with the one they put in the game, because they had installed that feature in the game itself, so it might be just that the mod is conflicting. Yeah, Steve, I was thinking that upgrade I'm missing might be somewhere up in this area here, because there's an awful lot of roads that run back up in there. I just haven't gone exploring yet. It worked for 2 days, then stopped. Big load, no tip overs. Yeah, I don't plan on tipping it over, but it wouldn't be the first time. And all the attachments you had were deleted. Were those mods that you had all from the same maker? Sometimes they get working on when they go to fix stuff, it'll take them away and then bring them back. Yeah, I like the idea of trying to find it myself. Yeah, he could be it could be that he's working on some changes or something to those mods and deleted them. MJ had that once where he had left a load parked on the Mr. Bus's Kikimore, 73210 Kikimore, and Mr. Buses decided to work on that mod and took it away, and then he put it back when he was done. So in the process of it being removed and put back, the load that he had on it got glitched into the vehicle itself. It was one of the few times that MJ had to recover his vehicle to the garage. Now I probably will use a different truck to get the cement, just because of what a pain in the neck it is to get into that cement factory. I'm gonna have to back off of it. I was hoping to power over top of it, but she wasn't having it. Bring out a mod for it? I can probably do that. We'll have to see how many bags of cement it takes to make a block. If it's a 1-for-1 ratio, we'll be alright. I've got a good one for that. Let's see now. So right turn, and another right turn, and then a left turn. Actually, hold on. Is that what I want? Yeah. Yeah, see? Yeah, see? Did I use the blocks in the factory? No, I didn't. I didn't even know that I had any in there. Oh, hung up on that pole. Alright. We're going to have to edge this trailer over a little bit so we get her a little bit wider. Might be slabs in the Forest Service warehouse in National Park. I'll have to, I'll check when I get into the National Park. Because that gateway up by that side is the one closest to where the bridge is anyhow. It'd be nice if they would have took the caution signs out of the road after you cleared the avalanche. I think I'm going to swipe some fuel out of the CLT 9000. I don't know how much it has, but it doesn't need any. At least, not yet it doesn't. I know I got plenty between my roof rack and the trailer, but I want to save that. Oh, see, she's got 74 gallons. Thank you, sir. Much obliged. Going back this way, it's not too long. All right, let's see now. Forest Service Warehouse is concrete slabs. All right. Go the long way around, which is safer. And go through that way. Or take this route up and around. Go through that gateway, which is closer. Or even take this route. Come through here, cross the bridge. You just have to then come this way around. I'm thinking we'll take the second choice. A little bit of safe, a little bit of quick. Yeah, these are definitely not contracts that you're going to finish in a 1 hour or 2 hour stream. Maybe 2 you might get one done, but definitely not in a 1 hour stream. Oof. A little frisky right there. I'm thinking I need to let Sam in. I ignored him the first time he was barking. Now he's barking again, so it must be serious. I get up here to turn off the main road here, I'll stop and let them in. Better top that fuel. Yeah, I'm going to pull a fuel truck out of it when I go past the garage. All right, guys, give me 1 second to let the dog in. I'm so glad that you're not banging on the door. Yeah. So happy you're not jumping on the door. You're way too heavy for that. All right. Crane delivered cabin time now. May have to wait until tomorrow because it's getting late. Yeah. Yeah, you're rolling on 12:15, so. Definitely past your bedtime a little bit, I think. Give the dummy fresh water in his bowl, and where's he get a drink? The toilet. I don't know, what is it about dogs and drinking out of toilets? Well, get her done. Get her done, son. Yeah, just in case MJ wants to stream more. All right, Steve, you have yourself a good night. And if you guys are streaming in the morning, I'm sure I'll catch at least part of it. Maybe. All right, let's pull off here so we can get a truck out here and get some fuel in it. I passed it. Refuel from the fuel carrier to the elephant. course, this route that I am intending on taking does have me going past a spot where I have previously flipped this very truck. Sign. Don't hit the signs in Snowrunner. Not if you can help it. I mean, even these guys can be deadly. You gonna jump off? Have a good night? Alright, you have yourself a good night too, Brian. We'll catch you later. Kid 6473 says, hit that like button. Appreciate you, kid. I'm gonna have to bring the time of day around here pretty quick. I've been good. I've been doing really good. Had a good weekend. Daughter got married Saturday, so she actually got married to somebody that I like. So you can't ask for much more than that. Thank you, sir. Let's bring it back around in the morning. Oh yeah, almost 10 o'clock. Guess we're gonna have to throw some all-wheel on. Been playing Phasmophobia. Can't say I ever heard of that. Sounds kind of like a poltergeist game. Try to get evidence to see what type of ghost it is. Okay. So what you're telling me is there's something strange in your neighborhood. Might have to check it out. Yeah. Really? Come on, bite. Found something the old elephant don't like. Come on, boy. Get on up there. There we go. We got him up. What winch do I use? You know, I'm not sure which one I have on here. This might still have the stock winch. Usually I try to put the advanced winch on there because it's both extended and high power motor. Come on, give me the one I'm looking for, dadgummit. So there's another one of the bridges there. I gotta kind of go past it and finagle my way back to it. Nice to have the trees in the way. That was one thing that I really did like that they did on Roadcraft, though, is trees and buildings and cranes and stuff kind of phased out if they were in your camera view, so that you can still see what you were doing. I've still got to make the trip one of these days to get a bunch of fuel trailers at all the gateways. Just for the sake of having the fuel there. Oh, you know, one thing that might help. Not a huge lift, but it's a lift. Raise that suspension a little bit. I'm going to have to check the map here in a minute and verify the rest of my route up to that gateway. All right. Gateway's there. Make sure I don't have any trees in the way. All right. And then up to the gateway. All right, let's roll. So this right here is exactly where I flipped this thing the last time I drove through here with it. But we made it past there this time. That's a heck of a hill. Don't necessarily notice how steep the hill is when you're directly behind it because the way you change the camera, but if you come to the side, you can see how steep some of these hills are. That's a tight turn for such a long trailer. Nothing wet and squishy about this spot. right. We are just about to the gateway. Less than 2/10 of a mile. Gonna have to top off the tank. Hence the reason why I use the trailers that have the extra fuel on them. Hey, General Lee. This should put us right down the street from where we got to drop everything off. There's the drop off. Let's fill the tank up. And go drop this stuff off. Then we'll figure out how many bags of cement we need. All right, 2 metal beams and 2 service spare parts. All right, we'll park this guy up out of the way. Today marks 5 years since the start of your eye issues. Doesn't feel like it though. Man, dude, I feel for you. All right. I gotta drive something over there to figure out how much I need. Okay, well, actually. We'll drive the Earth Roamer over there, I think. It's a bit of a scenic route, but... Alright, a little bit of a rocky area here. Try to do it with no damage. Oh, that got through there with no damage. Now come up to something that looks smooth and flat and get damage. Watch. Oh, wait, smooth and flat on this map? Not likely. Not unless I'm in the garage parking lot. Ow! That one was some serious damage, though. I knew I was coming in too hot. Alright. Just a flesh wound. Tis only a flesh wound. Alright. 0 in stock. So times 2. So that looks like 1 cement gives me 2 slabs. Or 2 blocks. Nice. And 1 cement gives me 1 slab. Okay, I can do that. Alright. We're going to go back to the garage. There was been a request for me to pull a mod truck out for a moment. So we will pull one out. See if I can find them. I have not used them in a while, so I may have even sold them off and have to buy them again. Yeah, that just might be the case because I'm not seeing any of them in here. Yeah, do not see it in here. And why is Mama all the way at the bottom of the list? I've used her recently. All right, well, let's back out of that. There it is. This is one of my favorite mods. We will purchase and deploy. It is the Mr. Buses Azov 73210 Kikimore. The best thing about this is the front end lifting suspension. Okay, so we'll do that. Sell that one. Gearbox. Advanced Special. Yeah, we'll go with the Advanced Special. Suspension, right here. Front end lifting. That's the one you want. You notice it's $10,000. You could literally buy all the other suspensions for what this one costs and still have money for change. All right. Tires. Oh. I mean, if we're going to do it, let's do it, right? Be down 80 pounds by year's end. That doesn't sound good. Unless you're trying to lose weight. I mean, I don't know, but yeah, I don't want either one of those. Snorkel. No turning back. I mean, like I say, if you're gonna do it, do it. Oh, he's old Mr. Buses. That could be why it wasn't in there anymore. Mr. Buses has been adding a few things to it because that didn't used to be there. Long sideboard bed. I got to go over here first. We go frame extension times 1. Then we go back over here. And crane. All right. Now we'll go back over here. And this thing hauls a ton of extra goodies. Actually, it was that might not be the one I want. What's that? 400, 467. Okay, yeah, that is the one I want there. And then miscellaneous. You get more supplies inside, and you want to get both of these because there's a left and a right. So we got that. And we got to put the McDonald's colors on. And we'll leave. And this is the cool thing. Right here. This is what makes this truck all worthwhile. Gets that front end right out of the dirt. Where anybody that's driven the 73210 knows that has always been the biggest problem with anything. And on top of this, I'm going to pull a trailer with me because I want to just carry over as much cement as I can in one trip. Come on, that little two slot. Okay, well, we don't want the two slotter. I might be pulling everybody's least favorite trailer to do it. We're gonna pull that one. That'll give me 7 bags of cement going in there. Oh, what time are we looking at? We'll bring it back to morning anyhow. It's not quite that late, but it's getting there. Yeah, he's definitely been doing some editing because that extra long bed didn't used to be there. And the frame extension didn't used to glow red. Full-time diff lock, full-time all-wheel drive. Always been big but didn't like it. Being 6'5", 300 pounds was spread out. But I was never like this. Yeah, when you're 6'5", really 300's not a lot when you're that tall. I mean, it might be a little bit big, but again, being that tall. Oh, sure, give me some of that invisible damage. Oh, come on. Can't believe I didn't see that rock sitting there. Ghost rock, yeah. The little ones were like, that's what I call popcorn damage. The big rock, I think, has always been there, but I just can't believe I didn't see it there this time for some reason. I must have blinked. Of course, this thing, that's the one drawback to this truck, is when you have the front end lifted up like that, when the suspension is raised, it does tend to take a lot more damage. Like, typically, if I'm on paved roads, I usually don't have it up in the air because you don't need it there. Because of that extra damage. You know what, though? I put the wrong winch on here. Because this truck has an autonomous winch. That's what I should have put on. You really don't need the advanced winch on it if you put the autonomous, because it's got a huge amount of range. Be scrolling through winch points for days trying to get to the right one. Yeah, the crane on the back is nice. And it does have a rear wheel steering. You can kind of see that when I turn. This makes it real nice getting around that corner. Well, Sam decided to chase his tail. It's funny when he catches it because he just don't quite know what to do with it. It's like, all right, I got it. Now what do I do? Now he's looking at me because he knows I'm talking about him. All right. 3 on the truck. 4 on the trailer. Oh, I forgot I had one over there. You know what? Let's take it with us. I mean, I may as well. It's there. Doesn't do me any good until I turn it into something else anyhow, so... Let's go ahead and drop that back down until we need it. This is one of those trucks that you could play with nothing but this truck and just smash it. Which is another reason why I don't typically like to bring these things out unless I find a need where it's like, you know what? I'm really fighting with this. And you gotta just win the fight. Ow! Yeah, she'll let you know when you're going too fast. That's usually when you start picking up all that random suspension damage. All right. So this time, I think we're going to take this route. Up through the sawmill. This way around. Down over the bridge. Over the river and through the woods to grandmother's house we go. Up here. We will take the shortcut through here. Gotta go that way around the trees. I want to mark it just because I'll go to the wrong side and be stuck. All right. Alright, now this is where we need the suspension up. You know, so I drove all the way there and this route here, and I've only gone through 18 gallons of fuel so far. Don't forget to reconnect to the cement if you haven't. Yeah, I haven't reconnected to it yet, but this crane's got it pinched in there pretty good. So I'm not super worried about it. It don't seem to be moving around a whole lot. Because the problem with being connected to it is I don't have the ability to quick winch so easy if I need to. Not that I've ever had too much luck with the whole ninja winch thing, but oh, look at this. Let's use the repair parts I got on the add-on to fix that. Look at that. No more suspension damage. Yeah, what damage? I don't see no damage. I don't know what you're talking about. Now, the off-camber stuff, you do got to be a little more gentle if you got the suspension up, because the higher you are, the higher your center of gravity, the more likely you are to fall over. But that's where these big wide monster tires come in handy, though. They do provide a little extra stability. Yeah, I don't know how many of you guys have used the original 73210, but you know how that thing likes to dig its nose in. You notice I've gone all the way through here and haven't had that nose dig into anything yet. And I'm even pulling the worst trailer known to man with me. Oh, see, it's just now starting to wiggle a little bit. All right, there's my turn off for the shortcut. Now, I do tend to, if I'm playing a mod map, I'll use a lot of the mod trucks and stuff that I like. But that, you know, too, I like to play a lot of the mod maps that I will play are the ones that are intentionally done harder. Like Mike Zatara that was in here earlier. He goes by Mike 1701E. He does some really difficult mod maps that he makes. Real steep hills, no actual roads to speak of. They're usually all just a 2-tracks that you might be lucky enough to spot in the woods. Rocks strewn everywhere. So you find yourself fighting them a lot. Those ones, I'll dig them out on. Some of Remo's maps, you really need them. Like Fraser Island, I used one mod in particular, which was the Z2 self-recovery defense vehicle. That was a very useful truck for, I use it for recoveries. I like it. You fix it, and the wheel is spinning. All right. We're in the home stretch. To getting this bridge built. And then you get the bridge built, then you can work on getting the dam done, which will make travel around this map a lot easier. Yeah, 38 gallons of fuel is all I've used so far. Again, slightly in the OP category. Answered before you asked. Yeah, that's what those, I don't know if you've seen them earlier or not. I got that trailer sitting on the road there in Salton River National Forest with the cabins on it. Those cabins are part of the mission to fix the dam. And during the loading screen there, it shows that blue trailer. That's a tower crane that you got to deliver. I had to stop and roll Sam's ball away. He's playing with it at my feet, and then he tried to get that, and he grabbed hold of my foot and yanked it towards him. Oh, sure, now he's going to throw his ball at me. Very persistent when he wants something. I mean, I know I probably shouldn't have done that, but I did anyhow. Hold on. Wait a tick. What's that showing? There's apparently a trailer with some concrete blocks on it. Ah, but it's only got one, and I need two. No, it has two concrete blocks and one slab, it looks like. Huh. Well, that would have just required a little bit of attention to detail. I got all that crap in the way. I got that other trailer there in the way. So I'm going to have to definitely get the Plaid over here to move that trailer. Alright, open the storehouse. We need to unload. And that should drop down once I restore the crane. Or not, or it's sitting perfectly on its side. But it let me pack it anyhow. Alright. Now I need 2 blocks. So now we go crafting zone. Blocks. 2 in stock. I'm not going to turn everything into it. I'm just going to leave it all as cement for right now so I can grab what I need when I need it. Oh, back over here. Load. Alright, is there a good spot to... I'm going to drop this trailer up in here so I can turn it around. Because we all know these trailers are a pain in the neck to turn around. Any dolly trailer is. But if I drop it here, I can grab it and go any direction I want to with it. Nice though that 1 bag of cement gives you 2 concrete blocks, and that it's a 1-for-1 on the slabs. There was one map, I can't remember what it was, but it was like 2 bags of cement to get 1 concrete slab, and you only got 1-for-1 on the blocks, so you really burn through your inventory. Alright. There's our bridge we're about to repair. Sounds like Yukon or Wisconsin. Yeah, I'm almost thinking it was in Wisconsin, but I'm not positive. Alright. 1 and 2. Pillar of progress. Thanks to you, the workers will have all the construction materials and equipment they need, which means the power plant will be commissioned on time. We were worried we wouldn't be able to meet the deadline, but it's all fine now. Thanks for your contribution. 1,750 XP, 16,600 cash. Thank you, Mr. Sampson. We appreciate all your hard work. He's over here trying to shake hands with me as I'm reading. All right. So, now, when we need to do something, the only other blockade we have on this whole road, going from this gateway all the way around to the dam and beyond, is this tower. There's a fallen pylon right here. So that's going to be the next thing I got to fix. Because to get to this gateway is all pavement from the other side. You know, it's the long way around, but I'll take the long way around. However, I'm not sure where that thing will get dropped off at when we do it. Let's see. What is it that we need for that? Underground path. Nope. I want to see which one I need to do to get rid of that fallen pylon. See, that's... You see what side that's got to deliver to, right? Which is why... Well, unfortunately, I don't think I can drive across the top of that yet. Which means to get the crane there, I'm going to have to take some of the hard stuff. But if I can even get up to this point with the crane, you know, then I can come down this route. Along the water, cut across, and back up. If I'm able to do that. But what is... No. Highway... No. Nope. Well, that's not going to be it, that's for sure. Final push for construction is over there. No, so it's none of them ones. Surplus of power. No. I mean, that gets me the Chimera. You got to deliver it from down here. And you got to fix it. And then after you've delivered it to the dam site and fixed it, then you got to bring it back over here. Okay, so lifeline is... Aha! Lifeline. Delivered to the damaged power tower. Empty containers ×2. To the garbage recycling center in Solace Bay is filled container ×2. Wow, that's a lot of work for that, but that's going to have to be our next go. So we will start tracking that, but we are not doing it right now currently because we are going to end the stream right here, ladies and gentlemen. And I thank you for watching. If you like what you see, hit that like button. If you really like what you see, feel free to share, comment, and if you haven't already, please subscribe and hit that notification bell so you know when I go live. Again, I have my raffle where if you go onto my Discord, go to the raffle channel, enter the word raffle, you will be entered automatically in the assigned a number based on the order in which you entered. And the winner receives a 2.5 hour stream of the game of their choice out of the ones that are listed in there. I will play co-op with you, and we will stream your map on your game save, and that will be streamed on Saturdays from 2 to 4:30 p.m. and the entries are accepted Mondays through Thursday at any time that you feel like punching it in. And again, I thank you for watching, and until then, we will see you next time.